Hello there, my name is Okidokyo and welcome to our channel. As finally the new banners are revealed, in today's video we're going to take a look at the oncoming banners in version 6 with Not Cry and decide which character has the most pulling worth. Alright, so with the latest information, we've got the oncoming characters in version 6 are Lauma, Nahida, Flins, and Yelan. And their order is Nahida and Lauma is the first phase, and then Flins and Yelan is the second phase. All of these 4 characters are top tier characters that everyone is waiting for, and to be honest, it's kinda sad that we can't get all of them, unless you're a whale. And the news are even worse because we are going to have the Samura Chronicle banner and many other great characters in this patch, which shows Hoyo is after our walls. Wow. Back to our 6 banners, it's an interesting order to be honest. Hoyo is bringing 2 same characters in the first phase, because Lauma is kinda similar to Nahida, and with the latest leaks and info, she's a perfect Dendro sub, DPS and support. Alright, now let's take a super quick look at these 4 characters kits and see which one is better for your account.
Hey there, it's me. I'm here to add some information. First of all, we are really sorry about the delay in this video. This video was meant to be uploaded a long time ago before version 6 was ever released, but we ran into some issues. So alright, now we have information about Lauma's kit, and now I'm here to give you a full quick guide on whether to pull for Lauma or not, or pull for Nahida instead. First, you should consider something. Nahida is a more versatile Dendro character, because Nahida can be used in any team that requires Dendro application and any reaction. Nahida can be used in spread teams and even in burning teams and in bloom teams as well, but Lauma's kit, all of them, works around with bloom, but still Lauma can be used in any type of bloom team. You can use her in simple bloom team, in Nilu's Bannerful Chorus team, in Burgeon teams, and also hyper bloom teams. She buffs all of them, and she allows the bloom reaction to crit. This is a really good buff. Lauma's kit is simple. Building her is also not that difficult. If you're building Lauma in, a bloom team, you might want to go for more elemental mastery, and if you're building her in a hyper bloom team, you might want to go for both elemental mastery and some crit stats, because the hyper bloom damage comes from your electro applicators, elemental mastery and level. And a good electro applicator for Hyper Bloom is Raiden Shogun and Kukishinobu. Kukishinobu is already in the banner, so we recommend pulling for Kukishinobu if you don't have Raiden. But if you have Raiden, it's pretty fine. You can use Dragon's Bane and Raiden. It has a lot of elemental mastery. It's as simple as that. Lauma's teams are pretty simple. You can use her in 3 type of teams. First is with the Dendro DPS. You can use Lauma with Alhaitham. Yeah, the reaction is up to yourself. You can use it in a hyper bloom reaction or in a simple bloom reaction. Although the bloom reaction to trigger is lunar bloom, so you can say like lunar hyper bloom or something like that. Or in the second type of teams are with a hydro DPS. You can use her with Kamisada Oyato or with Nuvilet for bloom, and also even hyper bloom with Kukishinobu or Raiden Shogun. And the third type of teams are these quick swap bloom teams with Nahida. This team is actually really good. I mean, the team that we have in the trial chamber is also really good. We have Lauma, Nahida, Singchu, and Kukishinobu. This is a really good team. It's a quick swap team. We don't have a DPS in this team, but the reactions are really strong and the damage I've dealt was kind of really good and satisfying. Artifacts are simple. You choose artifacts of Lauma based on your team. If you have another Dendro DPS, you can choose Lauma to get Deepwood memories for Dendro resistance shred, or if you're running Lauma with 3 Dendro characters, you can use her with the Not Cry support set. Or you can even use Lauma's Not Cry DPS set. It also works well if you're making Lauma into a DPS. But there's the final question. It's about Lauma and Nefer. We don't have that much information about Nefer's kit yet, but based on the things that I've heard, Nefer is a Dendro DPS that works with Lunar Bloom and works with her charge attacks. And Lauma is a good character for Nefer. She's a perfect character because Lauma buffs Lunar Bloom, and that's really good. But if you're worrying about Nefer, Llama is really good for Nefer, but she's not a necessity. If you have Nahida, then Nefer is okay without Llama. But if you don't have Nahida, we recommend pulling for Llama and then pulling for Nefer if you're aiming for Nefer. If that's it, then Llama is a pretty fine character.
The next character is Nahida, which I bet everyone already knows or has heard, but for a quick review, Nahida is the best Dendro sub-DPS and support in the game. She applies so much Dendro and is super versatile and can be used in almost any team that needs a Dendro unit. Also mentioning that you can build her with different styles based on what you need. You can either go for an Elemental Mastery build or more crit build for more like sub-DPS things. And if you're asking which one is better between Lauma and Nahida, I should say, if you want more Dendro and versatility, go with Nahida. And if you want more meta, go with Lauma. Or if you already have Nahida, you can still pull for Lauma because you can even run both of them and get an innocent amount of Lunar Bloom. Now to face second character. First character is Flins, the famous Electro DPS that has received more attention than Lauma. But his kit was kicked a long time ago, and we have also made a complete guide for Flins, which you can go and check it out, as Flins is a character that everyone is loving. But for a quick review, Flins is an Electro DPS that works with the Loner Charge reaction and works best with Enfa. He's not a really versatile character and is effective in his own teams only, but he will be really strong in his teams, especially if you have Enfa. So if you have Enfa or another good Electro battery like Facial, Sarah, Orion or Kyuki, pull for him. But if you're an F2P who doesn't have Enfa and already has another Electro DPS, then skipping Flins might be a better option. Next character is Yelan. Yelan is also really famous, similar to Nahida, and she's one of the most decent choices when it comes to all field hydro application. She deals perfect of field hydro damage with your character's normal attack, making her great to run with any character that works with normal attacks, like Arlequino and Raiden. She's super versatile, building her is easy as she works with HP and F2P friendly. She has an alternative called Sincho, but still she's slightly better than him. They are similar to Kazuha and Sukrus. The 5-star is slightly better. So if you're an F2P that is looking for a field hydro in both two, then Yelan is pretty much worth it. That was for the characters, but most of us are F2P players, or at least not Vels. We might not be able to get 2 or 3 of these characters, so which one has the highest pulling worth? The answer depends on your account, but let's make it quick. If you have Enfa and want a Dendro support too, pull for Lauma, and if you want Electro DPS for Flins. If you don't have Enfa, cancel Flins and see if you want a field Hydro or Dendro. If you want Hydro, then choose Yelan, but if you want Dendro, choose between Nahida and Lauma, completely depends on you. Meta, go for Lauma. Versatility, go for Nahida. But if you want our honest opinion about the oncoming character, the best character to go for is Nahida, as the Kenshi fit perfectly in any account. But remember, pulling for a character or not is completely your decision, and is the end of the day, pull for everyone you like. Paying attention to the meta is important, but playing the game without regrets and enjoying it, that's all that matters at the end.